is one of the best dishes you've ever made. It feeds a crowd, makes people happy, makes them hungry. When they're watching you cook it, they're gonna keep asking you, is that jambalaya yet? Oh, I'm Chef Don McMillan, and welcome to Simple and Delicious Recipes. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans, keep going back, got lots of wonderful stories to tell and heard when I was down there. But you know, you always remember the food when you go to New Orleans. I mean, that's half the reason you go there, and half the reason you don't want to come back. You just want to stay down there and keep eating that wonderful Creole and Cajun food. Well, I've got a recipe for you today. It's my New Orleans Cajun Jambalaya. Yes, it is going to be a good one. And I mean, look, all this stuff I got in front of you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I've got my olive oil in the pan. Let it coat the bottom of the pan. I have here some Andouille sausage. Now this is the fresh sausage, okay? So because of that, I'm gonna let it brown a little bit, cook a little bit. Okay, get happy in there. Yeah, it'll be good. While it's jumping around in my pan, I have here some Cajun seasoning. Listen, I've got a recipe for Cajun seasoning you're gonna love. I'm gonna put the link down below. Okay, you can make your own Cajun seasoning and have it for whenever and however you want to use it. Let's put this on the chicken, and we're gonna make that chicken happy. All right, it's happy. Look, it's jumping around there. It's so happy. Can't wait to be cooked up and put into a jambalaya. Now I've cut up the chicken. I like bite-sized pieces. Okay, I don't have no big pieces that you have to gnaw on the bone, but you know, if you want to, you can. I got the wings in there. It's gonna be good. All right, let's get our chicken into the pot, and we're gonna brown it off. Turn the heat down a notch. Just give it the oil. So it's cooking, and maybe I'll put a little more oil in there. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. Just a tad, not too much. I don't want it to be too greasy. And plus we need some more oil in a little bit. I'll show you how and why. Look, the most expensive spice in the world. Last time I checked, it was over $2,600 for a pound, yes. Saffron, all you need is a pinch. You don't need a pound, don't go crazy, you don't have to deplete your checking account. All you need is a little pinch. And what I have is some chicken stock. I heat it up in the microwave. I'm going to put my little pinch of saffron in there, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir and let it do its thing. This is something that you have to do when you're using this spice. You're going to have to put it into the hot liquid and let it bloom. What I mean by bloom is that it's going to just come up, and you can get the aroma of it, you're going to get the color, you get the flavor, and that's what we're all about. So you don't need a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. I remember when I was the chief steward on the merchant ships at sea, I would always keep this locked up because it was so expensive, right? And you don't need a whole lot anyway. See how it's already coming through now? You have to do this about 5 minutes ahead of time anyway. Meanwhile, our chicken is cooking, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. Turn our sausage over. Want it to be nice and brown. So I'm going to brown off the chicken. I'm not going to cook it 100%. I'm going to cook it to get it have a nice color. I'm going to take it out. We're going to cook our vegetables. Let the vegetables soak up all that flavors on the bottom of the pan from our proteins that are stuck to the bottom of the pan, and they're going to become part of the flavor. So I do have a few pieces of chicken here with the bone in there because the bone and the marrow will flavor our dish. And I'm going to cook the rice with the chicken. So that's an important thing. Sometimes you see this jambalaya and they'll cook the meat separate and then cook the rice and then just mix it up before they serve it to you. We're not going to do that. We're going to hook it up the right way, okay? Now there are as many jambalaya recipes as there are jambalaya cooks. So I know some of you out there say, well, I like to do this or I like to do that. I don't know if there's any wrong way of doing it, okay? As long as it comes out and it tastes good. So we're going to do all of that. All right. We're going to give this a couple of minutes to cook, and we'll get right back. Okay, look, I want this color on there, that's what I'm looking for. I want it to be nice, flavorful. And I'm going to take them out. They're not done all the way, so don't start biting on it, okay? But we're going to cook it some more. I'm going to cook it in with the rice. We're going to give that rice lots of flavor, all right? We're going to build them flavors right on up. See? I want all this goodness in there. And when we finish, believe me, there's going to be some mouthful of good food. A little spicy with that Cajun spice that I put on the chicken, but hey, that's okay. You know, that's why we call it Cajun Jambalaya. So we wouldn't call anything else. But it's a wonderful, wonderful meal. And as you see a few pieces like the wings and a little thigh bone in there, that's going to add some more flavor as we're cooking this baby on up. Yeah. So look, I want to show you this. See these bits and pieces that are right here in the bottom of the pan? That's going to be part of our jambalaya, part of the goodness, part of the flavor. We're going to hook all that up. I got enough fat down there from the sausage, a little bit of the olive oil that I put in there. Now we're going to go ahead and saute our vegetables. What vegetables do I have here? Some bell peppers. Look at that. Bell peppers. Celery. Onions. You know what they call this down there in New Orleans? The Trinity. You gotta have that in just about every dish. Peppers, onions, and celery. Of course, garlic is in there, but then the Trinity is only 3, right? Well, we're gonna put some garlic in there in just a minute. But now we're gonna saute our vegetables because we're gonna bring out the flavor. We're gonna extract that sugar that's in there. It's gonna make it smell good. It's gonna make it taste good. And meanwhile, all the little bits and pieces coming up, it's gonna be part of the goodness. So go ahead and cook those for about 2 minutes. Look at that. They're turning a little bit brown. They're just so beautiful. We call that sweating the vegetables. The juices come out of them. They hit the bottom of the pan. The sugar caramelizes. And they smell so good. But we're going to add a little more to it, right? We're going to add in some garlic. Got to put that garlic in there, right? Let's squeeze that in here. And we'll squeeze some more. Come on out. Yep, just like this. Right. Yeah, and let's go ahead and cook that for about 1 minute. That's all you need. Don't cook it, overcook it, because what will happen, the garlic will burn. We don't want that to happen. We want it to be happy. So just a little while. Oh, love that smell. Love it. Coming up. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to cook our rice. And the rice is going to cook right in there with all these vegetables. So just check this out. We'll put a tiny bit more of the oil of the olive. Mix it around. And then I'm going to add in my rice. I'm using a long grain rice, converted rice, probably a popular term. You could use other types like basmati, but don't use the short grain. That is a lot more. We're going to deal with that in another recipe when we make risotto, but not doing that today. Today we are making jambalaya. Stir the rice in there with your vegetables. Every grain is going to soak up the goodness that's in the bottom of this pan. Every grain is going to be able to flavor your dish, so when you eat it, it's going to be a mouthful of flavor. And that's what we are always looking for, is flavor. So I'm going to saute my rice for maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we're going to start adding back in the liquids as well as the wonderful meats that we browned off. All right, our rice is now ready. Beautiful. It's a little bit toasty, which is good. That's what we were looking for. Lots of good flavors in there. Now we're going to start adding the liquid. You're going to hear a little bit of a sizzle, which is what we want to do. Let's put it in. This is our chicken stock that we put into there with the saffron. Oh, gonna add so much flavor. And look how that color just turned a vibrant yellow, as well as we can just smell that great saffron. And there it goes. There's that sizzle. Let's put in there some chicken stock. I'm gonna rinse out my pot. I don't want to leave any of that saffron behind. Not at $2,600 a pound. We ain't gonna do that today. And then I have here some canned tomatoes. Let's put those right in there. Give it a nice little stir. We're gonna bring this to a boil. And gonna let it simmer. But now, we gotta put our wonderful meats right back in the pot. And there's some juices. Look at those juices there. They go in there too. Leave nothing behind. Look, doesn't that just look divine? We're gonna let this cook until the rice is fully cooked. We'll taste it and we'll know. When the rice is cooked, everything else is gonna be cooked right along with it. All right, bring it to a boil, reduce it down to a simmer, let it cook. It's gonna take the better part of 20 to 25 minutes. So now, all we gotta do is cook our shrimp. I've got here some shrimp. Let's just go ahead and put them in there. Come on, boys, join the party. They're gonna cook up in about a minute, all right? And then after they cook up, it's time to eat. And it's gonna be good. We got chicken in here, don't we? We have some sausage, and now the shrimp has joined the party. So while I'm just stirring it a little bit, why don't I heat it up with a little bit of hot sauce? What do you think? Huh? Wouldn't be Cajun without it. Come on, a little hot sauce here, a little hot sauce there, a little hot sauce everywhere. That's good. That's really good. All right. Stir that in there. Oh, starting to smell so. That hot sauce, it did hit. Nice. As soon as these shrimp turn pink, we're ready to eat. So you know why I put the shrimp at the last minute? Because they cook up really quick. 2 minutes, that's all. And I don't want to overcook the shrimp, but then they eat like rubber. Why we don't want to eat some rubber shrimp, you know? Not a good idea, right? So while that's going on, I'm gonna get my knife. I'm gonna chop up some parsley. I have some green onions already chopped up, so put the parsley right here in my hand. Put it like a golf ball, and then just chop it right like this. See, so easy. See? Turn around, just chop like that. My knuckles guiding the knife, or you can chop like that if you wish as well. Either way, it works. I've been tasting it as we're going along, so I know that it's well seasoned, okay? Didn't need any salt and pepper because we added all that Cajun seasoning in there, and that did kick it up. Yes, it did. Good. I'm shrimp turning pink. They're saying we're ready. We're ready to come out. So let me go ahead and just tighten this up just a little bit. Turn off the fire. Like that. Let's hit it with a little bit of green onion. That's so nice in there. I'll take this out. A little green onion and some parsley. And that is one of the best dishes you've ever made. It feeds a crowd, makes people happy, makes them hungry. When they're watching you cook it, they're gonna keep asking you, is that jambalaya yet? And make them wait. Then no, go back, have another beer, a glass of wine, or maybe you just want to have a Coke. Whatever you want to have, that's cool. Hey, when you're cooking with Chef Don, you know we have absolutely simple and delicious recipes, but you definitely want to help us along by hooking us up with the Patreon. We've got the information below. Click on that. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and also share. Let somebody else know. If you got a good recipe, maybe you want to do some Cajun things going on, put it down in the comments. I read and reply to every comment, so please do that. And also, you know, we're gonna just hook you up with all these good flavors. I do have my Cajun spice mix. I'm gonna put the link down below, so you want to click onto that so you're ready to go, okay? So, simple and delicious. It don't get any better than this.